guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to share with you overhyped influencer product recommendations that I actually love and that I vouch for. I have 7 things to share with you today. 4 of them are actually product recommendations that I've seen a bunch of influencers talk about and share. And the other 3 things are just things that I genuinely love that I wanted to talk about. I still love doing these kind of favorites videos every now and again. I have my last one that I did linked up above if you haven't seen that one. And I'll have everything that I'm sharing today linked in the description if you would like to check it out. Number 1 is a product that I bought a good few months ago, probably like close to 3 or 4 months ago. I caved and I'm genuinely obsessed with this water bottle. And basically it was sparked from I am someone who drinks a lot of water. I'm also someone who takes a water bottle or some type of water vessel with me literally everywhere I go. I don't know, it's like a weird safety blanket thing. I feel more comfortable if I'm out and about in this world with water. I don't know what it's about. I'll even go to the friggin' grocery store and I'll bring my water. I don't know why. I'm surrounded by water at the grocery store, but just something about leaving my house. I always like to have water with me. I always like to have water. And this basically was sparked from the fact that I had just had run-in after run-in with just water bottles that I felt like weren't lasting or just weren't fitting into my lifestyle in the way that I wanted them to. A big thing for me when it comes to water bottles is I want something that I can put in the dishwasher. I hate hand washing. It's not something I enjoy doing. And with the amount of times and the frequency in which I would clean my water bottle, I just don't want to be doing that hand washing, okay? It's not for me. I can't be bothered. I also went down the route of trying to do glass, and I still have a glass water bottle, but honestly, in the last year and a half, I have smashed 3 different glass water bottles. Every influencer under the sun will tell you that this is a really great product, okay? And I'm gonna be honest with you, I kind of think it is. It fits in almost every cup holder that I've ever come across because, you know, this part's small and then we get large here. It's got a handle. If I was to drop this, I'm not gonna smash it and break it. It's machine washable and it's really, really big. Okay. Wow, 1.1 liters. I'm actually quite shocked with how many people have commented on this water bottle. I get 1 of 3 comments and those comments go something like, oh my God, that is the largest water bottle I've ever seen in my life. Number 2, do you need a larger water bottle? And number 3, that's a really nice water bottle. I like that color. I love it. And I just want to share it with you because if you're anything like me for so long, I was like, oh my God, that is a ridiculously overpriced, stupid water bottle, okay? And look now, look at me, now I am one of them. But do you guys remember ages ago, I don't know if I even shared it with you, I bought this ridiculously overpriced water bottle from Net-a-Porter. It was beautiful. It had like the beautiful purple crystal in it. Again, I think that was hand washable, and even then that couldn't help me. I actually had algae growing out of that little thing at the bottom, okay? It's such a weird design that maybe getting in all the little nooks and crannies was so hard that I literally had algae growing out of my water bottle. Oh, just thinking about it now, like I feel really sick. Like I close my eyes, I can still envision the little piece of green slime. Oh my God. Yuck. Truly disgusting. Okay, so number 2, this one has more to do with my YouTube channel. You may know that 6 months ago, I had an announcement video. It was very much a dramatic announcement video. It was, to me, honestly, dramatic at the time. And I actually announced that I was moving away from the old content that I used to share. And that was a really big deal for me because I had grown an entire YouTube channel off of luxury fashion and off of unboxings and shopping. To completely remove myself and completely take that step back and make such a final statement and such a big step in that direction, and to really kind of close that door was a really big deal. So yeah, it was quite dramatic. That's how it felt to me at the time. And 6 months ago, I actually took a course, and it was like a really short course actually. I did it in like a weekend. It was called the YouTube Audience Attraction System, and it literally took me like 2 days. I did it in a weekend. When I made that announcement video, I kind of knew where I was going, but I didn't really have a clear idea of where I was going. All I truly knew was that I did not want to speak about luxury fashion in the same way that I'd done and basically built my YouTube channel off of. And that was really scary. So I actually took that little mini course, and it truly helped me become really clear about what I wanted to put out on the internet and what I wanted to share with people and what I wanted to help people with. And this may sound a little bit controversial, because looking back, when I was doing all my unboxings, I genuinely thought that I was helping people. And I mean, some of you may say that it is very helpful and that you like unboxings in that sense, but when I'm really honest with myself, my unboxings and those videos were more about me than they were about you. They were more about making me feel good and sharing things that I knew would get me views, and everyone would be like, oh my God, I love your new bag. Oh my God, obsessed. Oh, it's so pretty. It was more about me than it was about you. And when I wanted to make my niche change, when I wanted to switch my YouTube up and basically change my entire content strategy, I realized that I actually didn't know you guys very well. I didn't know what you liked. I didn't know what you wanted to see, because truthfully, my whole YouTube channel was basically about myself and what I wanted to share. Yes, I'm still sharing things that I want to share, but I feel like I have a better understanding, and I feel like I actually know you guys a little bit better than what I did, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. Big proponent of that online course is actually understanding your audience, understanding who they are, what they want, what they like watching. And embarrassingly, I'm a little bit embarrassed to admit this, but I actually built an entire YouTube channel really not knowing much about you guys. Like, all I felt like I really knew was that my audience liked unboxings. I didn't really know much else about what you liked. I like to think that I understand you and I see you a little bit better and a little bit clearer than maybe what I did before. And the numbers, the analytics reflect that. If you don't know too much about YouTube, these kind of dark green, these little dark green arrows, that's a really good sign. That's a really good sign. When I was making my old content, when I was in my old niche, I never really saw numbers like this. The only time I saw numbers like this was when I came on and shared with you an unboxing, or shared with you, you know, some ridiculous amount of money that I spent. But it was very short-lived. I just feel like I have a new zest for my YouTube channel. If you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, if you have a YouTube channel, if you're considering changing niches, if you're just trying to get a YouTube channel off the ground, I really recommend this course. I feel a bit like, ooh, talking about this, but a lot of you still tune in. I honestly didn't think that would be the case. I thought that when I made that video announcing that I was leaving the luxury community and talking about all those things that I used to talk about, I imagined that like I would just be here all by myself, like shouting out into the void of YouTube. And that's not the case. And I don't know, I really think that's so cool. I just want to say thank you so much for being here, because it really means so much. And I hope that you enjoy my new content. I'm freaking stoked. I'm so freaking stoked. So yeah, anyway, I need to stop just vibing on about it at this point. I will have the course link in the description if you want to check it out. This next one isn't so much necessarily the brand. I've actually not heard anyone on the internet talk about this specific brand. It's more just the general product, and that product being greens powders. For the last 10 years on and off, I've tried my fair share of greens powders, and I've never really found one that I actually like. It's something that I've always just tolerated, and even tolerated is quite a strong word. I've always been someone who puts my greens powders in my smoothies, and even then, like, you know, it's just like, ugh. Most of the time I can still taste it, and usually I can put almost anything in a smoothie and not taste it, but you know, it's just like a little bit ugh when you can still taste it. My initial reason for wanting to get a greens powder was because truthfully, I actively try to get as many greens into my day as possible, but I don't really like greens. I love the way they make me feel. I don't love greens. And in this modern world we're living in, I don't know about you, but it's hard to eat greens every day. Some days I get to the end of my day and I think, oh my God, like I had like one vegetable today, or oh my God, I didn't even eat anything green today. And that's something that I feel like I have to constantly work on. It's something I have to constantly remind myself to do. So originally this powder was just got to be something that I took when I felt like I wasn't getting any vegetables or many vegetables at all in my day. And then it just kind of turned into something that I literally have every morning. and I actually look forward to having it every morning, which is weird. I really love the taste of it. It's unicorn punch flavored. And look, I'm just gonna be real with you. I gave this to my mum and she's like, no, I don't like it, it's too sweet. I love it. And it's by the brand, I think it's Q Sciences or something, Q Ultra Greens. And I guess I just realized how much I loved it just this last week. This is my second bag. You know, we live in a world now of like Amazon next day deliveries. And I weirdly just thought that it would arrive quicker. I think it took about like 5 to 7 days for this package to arrive. In that week, I didn't have my morning greens powder. I didn't have it to drink. And I realized how much I missed it. And again, I don't know, maybe it's like in my head, maybe it's all psychological, but I genuinely feel better when I drink this. It's something that I genuinely look forward to drinking, and I don't need to stick it in my smoothie. I don't need to hide it anywhere. I literally just drink it. I mix this powder in water, and I genuinely enjoy it. 1 serving of Ultra Greens equals the micronutrients from about 10 cups of veggies. Some of you may not like this because I can see it is a bit wasteful, but I actually like that they come in individual sachets, because if I'm traveling, if I'm leaving the house in the morning and didn't have time for it, or maybe I want to have it a little bit later in the day, I don't have to bring this giant jar of greens powder. I just bring my little individual sachet. I really like that. Next up, this one is actually a product recommendation from Shay Whitney, so I'm just kind of like copying her idea. Let me grab it. Now, as someone who spends quite a lot of time on their laptop, I saw her recommend this product. It does fit in this baggie, but I gotta be honest with you, I took it out and I've got absolutely no idea how to put it back in, okay? No idea how to put it back in. So I feel like I have to rewatch her video. I spend quite a lot of time on my laptop, and right now I'm heading into summer, and I wanted to get something that would allow me to do a lot of my work outside on my laptop, because I don't know, if you're someone who spends time on their laptop outside, you can't really see your screen properly. It's kind of annoying. You can't really see your screen properly. And this has allowed me to be able to actually do my work outside whilst soaking in vitamin D. Vitamin D is incredibly important in our bodies. And what I've learned from my trips to the doctor's office and from many a blood test is that I think a lot of people do not get the adequate levels of vitamin D that they need on a daily basis. Vitamin D is an incredibly essential vitamin. It's an incredibly essential nutrient that prevents us from getting sick. It helps to boost our immune systems, among many other things. I do love spending at least 20 to 30 minutes out in the sun every day. Being able to sit out on my laptop and be in the sun, it just makes working a little bit sweeter. You know, it just makes those days a little bit sweeter. And if you're someone, you're not in the outside world right now who maybe is heading into winter, I don't know about you where you are, but here in Australia, for me, even in the winter, we would get some really nice, beautiful winter sun. So if you're someone who's trying to get out there in the sun more, you're trying to find ways to get more sunshine onto your skin, into your body, more vitamin D, but you know, maybe you work an office job, maybe you spend a lot of time on your laptop. This thing, friggin', I love it. And you know, I was always someone who, I'd be on my laptop, I'd be on my computer inside, and I'd be looking outside out the window and I'd be like, oh my God, it's so beautiful out there. I just want to hurry up and get my stuff done so I can go out and enjoy the sunshine. Whereas now, I don't have to do one or the other. I can do both. Love. My next recommendation that isn't really an influencer product, but you know, you hear every influencer, every woman basically tells you that sunscreen is very important, and it is. This is the Meso Aesthetic Melon 130 Pigment Control 50 plus SPF Very High Protection Sunscreen. Okay, so this is a tinted sunscreen. As you can see in the cutaways, it literally just looks like my foundation, and that is why I love it. They have this one, and then they also have just a plain white one. I have both. Sometimes I put the white one on my neck, but lately I've just been putting this all over. And that's literally all I'm wearing right now. I've just got this on. I've got my by Terry CC serum on, and I've just got some concealer over my acne scars. That's all I'm wearing at the moment. I don't really wear a lot of foundation anymore, but this product, I just love the tinted element to it. It evens out my skin tone. It's very subtle, as you can see in the cutaways. You may not even be able to notice it, but I can see a difference from when I'm not wearing anything to when I'm wearing this. And like I said, it is very subtle, but I like that it just kind of blurs everything. It's kind of like a BB cream. It's just a very light coverage. It smooths everything over, and I just feel like it makes me look a little bit healthier. I've been using it probably close to 9-10 months, maybe even last year. I don't know. I've been using it for quite a while and it's my favorite sunscreen, my favorite facial sunscreen, hands down. Next up, another beauty recommendation. This is a specific nail polish that I am obsessed with. I stopped getting my nails done, when was it? Earlier this year, and it was for 2 reasons. One being my nail lady actually moved interstate and I just didn't really want to find another nail lady. And also it was something that even while I was seeing her, I was very much thinking, I don't really want to keep getting my nails done. You know, I'd be there, as much as I love chatting with her, I'd be there for like 2 hours, the cost of it, and also the damage that I knew it was doing to my nails. And also like it's, you know, as much as this is probably also a hormone disruptor, I just was very much aware that it's like probably a larger hormone disruptor, I'd say. I'm not really a big advocate for fake nails, especially acrylic. And I know that's probably gonna annoy a lot of you because I think a lot of women use those services and get their nails done. It's something I've stopped doing and I don't really see myself going back. I don't really see myself wanting to not only spend the time but also the money in nail salons anymore. I love Essie. I love Essie nail polishes. This one is a Love, Treat and Color. So it's a strengthening but it's also a nail color and it's the color Minimally Modest. So it does have like a strengthening element to it, but it does also have a color element to it. Similar to a BB cream or similar to that sunscreen that I just showed you. It just kind of is like a very subtle tint. It's a very subtle color change and it's basically just something I like to do to kind of even out and just make my nails look a tiny bit better. I really love that minimal, soft, nude, pinkish nude. Like that's my vibe. Final product recommendation, I'm not gonna lie, I feel very Gwyneth Paltrow-esque. But I don't know about you, but I have seen, probably more so in the last few years, the explosion with bone broth and collagen drinks and just this obsession with drinking bone broth for health and skin and anti-aging properties and all that jazz. And I tried to get into it. I mean, I think my first ever experience with bone broth was probably close to like 4 or 5 years ago when I was having tummy issues. My naturopath recommended it and it did help immensely. But my God, it tasted like okay, it tasted so bad. And that's always been my thing, is I've never loved the taste of a lot of kind of bone broth collagen drinks. I just like, ugh. This may not be for everyone, partly because this is actually a Queensland, I think it's a Queensland based brand. I'm sure if you're in America or wherever you are in the world, you probably can find something similar to this. But this is by the brand Jevity. It's bone broth body glue. It's called the AM Cleanse. I've tried a few different ones of this, but this particular one called AM Cleanse is my favorite. And it literally is like glue. The consistency of craft glue it is. But it tastes really damn good, okay? It tastes really good. And if you are someone on the other side of the world, maybe you're heading into winter, I highly recommend this. It's basically a daily health tonic. I mean, you can take it any time of the day. It says AM Cleanse, but I've sometimes had it in the afternoon. I would start every single morning with this if it wasn't for my freaking Invisalign, okay? And that's the one thing that a lot of you won't have to worry about this, but I just want to put it out there. Because this actually has turmeric in it, it stains my retainers. So I am very strategic with what day I use this. I have this Wednesdays because Wednesday night is when I change my retainer over. And when I tell you, they're like highlighter yellow. They go highlighter yellow after I drink this. And it's not just the drink, it's like anything with turmeric. Last week I made a soup that was delicious. And you know, I take them out, I take my Invisalign out, but even like once I rinse my mouth out, do all that, I'll put my retainers back in and it's still, I don't know, it must just really stay in my mouth. This product, I stand by it, and give me 3 to 4 weeks, I can take my Invisalign off and I'm done with my Invisalign journey. And I'm so excited because I'm having an all-day eating party. Yes, you heard that right. I'm having an all-day eating and drinking party because of the fact that I have to take these in and out. It's going to be a celebration in itself. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent. Once I get my Invisalign off, I will be drinking this on a more regular basis. I don't know about every day. I mean, especially now that I'm getting into summer, I don't know if I want to be drinking this. It's like a hot drink. You boil the kettle, you pop a spoonful in, and it very much reminds me of like a chicken broth, chicken stock. It gives me like chicken soup, creamy chicken soup vibes. I love this. This jar's like 30 bucks, okay? It's not cheap. Ingredients are 100% grass-fed beef bones, naturally evaporated sea salt, ginger, turmeric, organic apple cider vinegar, black pepper, and lemon myrtle. Very minimal ingredients, quite natural. I really love the health benefits of this, and I just think it's really good for those immune boosting properties, especially if you're on the other side of the world and you are heading into kind of the cooler months. But you know, even right now, I'm heading into summer, and I really love this product. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. I really love to hear what you think of these products. If any of them tickle your fancy, if you're gonna give any of them a go, I'd love to hear from you in the comments down below, and share with me anything that you're really loving. I'd love for you to share with me those in the comments down below. I'm gonna have another one linked right here. If you haven't had enough of me just yet, feel free to join me over there. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.